Assalamu alaikum class, I hope you all are fine, and today I am here to teach you a new topic of class 10 chapter number 9, that is the chemical equilibrium. The topic of this discussion is that general expression for the equilibrium constant. If you are remember, in previous lecture we was discuss about the law of mass action. Basically general expression for the chemical equilibrium is the practical example of the law of mass action. In law of mass action we was discuss about the the rate of the chemical reaction have the direct relation, means in the rate of the chemical reactions of the reactants have the direct relation with their active masses, and same like the number of the products have direct relation with their active masses. In case of the general chemical equilibrium or in case of the general expression for the equilibrium constant, means when we are talking about the equilibrium constant, then the law of the mass action have some amendments, some new improvements. The improvement is that they have little bit different, that is the number of moles. In case of the law of mass action we are just deal reactants and the products and their relation with their active masses, but in case of the equilibrium constant we are introduce a new thing, that is the number of moles, that are called their coefficients, means number of moles, how number of moles of the reactants and the products are used for getting equilibrium constant. The law of the for the general expression is that in the rate of reaction number of moles, that is the new thing in the equilibrium constant, number of moles of the reactants are directly proportional to their active masses. In law of mass action, if you are remember, only reactants are directly proportional to their active masses, but in case of the equilibrium constant we are deal number of moles of the reactants are directly proportional to their active masses, means we are dealing reactants and their number of moles collectively, and the same the number of moles of the products are directly proportional to their active masses. And new and the important thing is that they are present in the balanced chemical equation, means if we want to attain equilibrium constant according to the law of mass action, first of all we need balanced chemical equation. If we don't have any balanced equation, then we can't be apply the law of mass action on that equation, means in balanced chemical equation rate of reactions, number of moles of the reactants are directly proportional to their active masses, and the number of moles of products are directly proportional to their active masses, means both things are occur in balanced chemical equation. Okay, now we are going to start their derivation. That is their mathematical form. First of all we are taking a balanced chemical equation, that is the number of moles, that is reactant, number of moles reactants, and form products. In small abc these things are called number of moles or coefficients, but in capital letters these things are called reactants or products. In here capital A and capital B are called reactants, and the capital C and the capital D are products, but in case of the small a, b and c and d, these all are coefficient or the number of moles of the reactants and products. Now we are applying the general expression, law of mass action on this expression. If you are remember in case of the law of mass action, first of all forward reaction is occurred, that's why we are dealing first of all forward reaction, means rate, calculate the rate of forward reaction, rate of forward reaction directly proportional to their number of moles of the reactants of their active masses. This is the reactant, their active masses, and here put the number of moles like that. B is the reactant, brackets are their active masses, and the small b is their number of moles or their coefficient. When we are change the proportionality sign with equal, then we are write here on the place of the rate of forward reaction we are write RF, that is representation of the rate of forward reaction. When we are change the proportionality sign with equal, now we are introduce a new constant, that is the Kf. Its mean that is the constant for the rate of forward reaction. And again right here the reactants and their number of moles. This is the calculation for the forward reaction. Now we are going to calculate the rate of the reverse reaction or the forward reaction, sorry, backward reaction, rate of reverse reaction, directly proportional to their number of moles of their active masses. Rate of on the place of the rate of reverse reaction we write here RR, that is the representation of the rate of reverse reaction. On the sign of the proportionality, on the place of the proportionality sign we write here equal, and the constant is Kr, that is represented means they are constant of the reverse reaction and their products, active masses of their products. Okay, now because it's we are dealing about the equilibrium constant, that's why here we are talking about at their equilibrium position. Means if we are giving equilibrium conditions, then how they all are occur. In equilibrium condition, you are remember, if you are remember, rate of forward reaction is equal to the rate of reverse reaction. By putting the values of rate of forward and the reverse reaction, the value of the forward reaction is Kf, reactants, coefficient. Rate of the reverse reaction value is Kr, C, active masses, coefficient C, D, coefficient D, that is the at the condition of equilibrium. Now at this position we are applying cross exchange method. Now here we are applying cross exchange method. By applying the cross exchange method, constants are put on the one side of the equal and the variables are put on the other side of the equal. In previous lecture I was told you what is variable and what is constant, but today I repeat, constants are those things which have same value and which are only one value. They cannot be changed at any condition or at any position. But variables are those things which are change their values by changing their condition or their space or their position. That's why those things which are not change their value, these are called constant, and those things which are change their value by changing their position or their condition, these are called variables. At the place of the constant of the forward and the reverse reaction, we introduce a new constant, that is the equilibrium constant, and equilibrium constant are put on the place of the forward and the reverse constant. This expression is same like the law of mass action expression, but the new thing and the different thing is that only their coefficient. In case of the law of mass action, we are just deal their reactants and products, but in case of the equilibrium constant expression, we are dealing their number of moles with their reactants and products, but they have same expression like the mass of action. Now we are doing some examples. First example is that when nitrogen react with the oxygen gas, they form two molecule of the nitrogen oxide. if anyone can ask, if anyone asks us how we can derive their expression, first of all you can calculate their rate of forward reaction. That is directly proportional to their reactants. Proportionality sign change with the equal. After that, rate of reverse reaction directly proportional to their number of products. Proportionality sign change in equal sign. And again we are apply equilibrium condition by putting the values of these forward and the reverse reaction, that is the Kf equal to Kr, and again apply cross exchange method. By applying cross exchange method, constants are put on one side of the equal and the variables are put on second side of the equal, and on the place of the constants of the forward and the reverse we are taking a new constant, that is the equilibrium constant, and that is the general expression for the nitrogen and oxygen gas. Means in this case we are taking a reaction in which the nitrogen react with the oxygen gas and form a nitrogen oxide molecules or nitrogen oxide gas. When we are taking the general expression of this equation, first of all we are doing their rate of the forward reaction, after that their rate of the reverse reaction, and at the equilibrium position we are putting the values of the forward and the reverse rate and then applying the cross exchange method and got a constant, that is the equilibrium constant value, that is nitrogen oxide active masses of their number of moles, that is the 2, and the reactants, that is the nitrogen oxide and the oxygen gas. The second example is that when nitrogen react with the hydrogen, 3 molecules of the hydrogen and form ammonia gas, 2 molecule of the ammonia. They have same procedure like the nitrogen and oxygen gas. First of all we can calculate the rate of the forward reaction, that is directly proportional to their reactants. Proportionality sign is finished and new sign is the equal sign with the constant of the forward reaction. Rate of the reverse reaction directly proportional to their product. Rate of the reverse reaction equal to the constant of the reverse reaction, and the products at equilibrium position forward and the reverse rate is equal by putting the values. By applying cross exchange method, and on the place of the forward and the reverse constant we write equilibrium constant equal to the number of products, number of moles of the products ratio with the number of moles of the reactants. That is the expression for ammonia gas. Okay, this is our lecture. Now I repeat the whole lecture which we are today. Now I recall the lecture. First of all, in today's lecture we are discuss about the general expression of the equilibrium constant. In previous lecture we was discuss about the law of mass action, and today we are discuss about the general expression for the equilibrium constant, means we are doing the practical example of the law of mass action. In case of the general expression we are discuss about some new things, and the new thing is that number of the moles of the reactants and the products, means the rate of reaction, the number of moles of reactant are directly proportional to their active masses, and the number of moles of the products are directly proportional to their active masses, but in balanced chemical equation. In case of the law of mass action we cannot be discuss about the balanced chemical equation and the number of moles, but in case of the equilibrium constant we are discuss two new things, that is the one is the number of moles and second thing is the balance equation. Means equilibrium constant or the general expression of the law of mass action are apply only that equations which are in balanced condition, and the second thing is that they are apply only on reversible reaction, they cannot be applied on irreversible reaction, they apply only those type of the reaction which are occur in both direction. The derivation of the equilibrium constant is that first of all we are take a general expression, general equation, that is the reactants and that is their products. When the reactants react with each other they form products. The capital letters of the capital letter of the reactant is represented to their number of their reactants, and the small letter of the ABC is represented to their coefficient or the number of moles of their reactants or the products. First of all we can calculate the rate of forward reaction, that is directly proportional to their active masses of their coefficient, and when the proportionality sign with the equal we apply a new constant, that is the K, and because it is a constant for the forward reaction, that is why we put here F in their subscript, and the RF is represented by the rate of the forward reaction. Rate of forward reaction is equal to the constant of the forward reaction and the active masses of their reactants of the coefficients, and same like the for the reverse reaction, rate of the reverse reaction is directly proportional to their number of the products of their coefficient and directly proportional to their active masses. Same proportionality sign with the change with the equal sign and introduce a new constant, that is the Kr, because it is a reverse reaction. At the equilibrium condition, when the rate of the forward and the reverse reaction are equal but in opposite direction, then the putting the values of the forward and the reverse reaction, when we are putting the values of the forward and the reverse reaction we apply a cross exchange method. By applying the cross exchange method we have a new thing is that the constants are put on one side of the equal and the variables are put on the second or this other side of the equal. In after applying the cross exchange method, ratio between the forward and the reverse constant, and this ratio is equal to the equilibrium constant, means they are equal to a new constant, that is the equilibrium constant, and represented by the Kc. In place of the ratio between the forward and the reverse constant we put the only constant equilibrium constant, that is the Kc, means Kc is equal to the ratio between the reactants and the products and the reactants. That is the derivation for the equilibrium constant. Next we discuss about the examples, that was the only general expression, but if we are applying on the different types of the equation, then how we can get the equilibrium constant. In this case we are taking nitrogen and oxygen, they react with each other, 1 mole of the nitrogen and 1 mole of the oxygen react with each other and form 2 mole of the nitrogen oxide. First of all we calculate their rate of forward reaction, then their rate of the reverse reaction, and calculate their constant equilibrium constant, that is the Kc is equal nitrogen oxide active masses, and that is their coefficient, means number of moles, how many number of moles are present in this case of the nitrogen oxide, by the ratio of the nitrogen gas and the oxygen gas. Okay, and the next example is that when the nitrogen react with the hydrogen for the formation of the ammonia, only 1 mole of the nitrogen is react with the 3 mole of the hydrogen gas and form 2 mole of the ammonia. First of all, we calculate their rate of forward reaction, then their rate of reverse reaction by at the equilibrium condition by putting their values forward and the reverse reaction. Calculate the equilibrium constant, that is the Kc is equal ammonia and the number of mole is 2 by nitrogen only 1 number of mole and the hydrogen have 3 number of moles, that is why 3 coefficient is put on their active side of their reactants. The homework is that you can derive the expression for the PCl5, means when the PCl phosphorus chloride react with the chlorine gas, they form phosphorus pentachloride, means trichloride react with the chlorine gas form the phosphorus pentachloride. How you can derive the general expression for their equilibrium constant? That is their home assignment, and I hope you will enjoy this lecture and understand this lecture, and after doing this homework send to your respective teacher, and Allah Hafiz, stay safe, stay home.